Okay, I had pulled this in. Well, you know what? I'm so sorry. Welcome to Vintage Inspirations. I hope everybody's doing well. And I was just checking on a few of my plants the other day. I brought this in because it seemed like it wasn't growing. Remember we planted those basil? It was all different kinds of basils. And I didn't have soil mix. I was using it wasn't a potting mix. It was like a ground cover dirt. So it's really hard for these little guys to push through. But I brought it in to help it because they really won't survive out there overnight, and it gets a little cold overnight. What I'm going to do is I want to repot them in some potting soil. So I've been collecting these every time I buy a little plant. So I just clean them and rinse them out. And I think I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8. So what I'm going to might as well just get these started. I have some tomatoes, some bell pepper, and some jalapeno pepper. So I might as well get at least 1 or 2 of those started too. So I have some potting mix. And I came indoors just for today because it's a lot of pollen out there. I really don't feel like cleaning up this morning. So I'm going to have to blow it all off. And I did, my hose have broke. I don't know if I mentioned that. My hose have broke. I don't use those hard green hoses because I can't lift them. They're too bulky and heavy. And I just can't manage it. So I get those, you know what, let me just go grab it. Can I get through? I got the cord for my ring hanging, but let me get this. Okay. Oops, sorry, I'm shaking. The ring shaked a bit, sorry. I guess it shake when I left too, but I didn't see because I was on the other side. So this is what I ordered. It's a silver bullet. These are the kind I use because they're so lightweight and they're easy to manage. I have no issues with it. Every time I would need to use my hose, I would have to ask somebody for help, especially it was just too bulky. So when they came out with these, but the thing with these is that this eventually will pop out from the water pressure. I don't know why. There's an issue with this right here. Well, let's just hope it doesn't happen this time. I hope so. But yeah, so I ordered one. It finally came. Can order them from. They sent me kind of like a cheaper one. It's normally a little thicker and it's like some color. But maybe this thinner one will last longer. But when I went to it popped right here, came out, and that's happened to my other one. So the first time I ordered these, I ordered 2, one for the back of the house and one for the front of the house. It's just more convenient for me so I don't have to pull cords around the house. And a lot of times when you're pulling cords like this around, they can get caught on stuff, and that's how they tear and rip. So it's best to have one in the front garden and one in the back garden. And so I was rinsing the pollen off my car the other day, and all of a sudden, when I sprayed the soap on it, let it sit, and then when I went to spray, the nozzle, the water didn't come out. So then I realized this had broke, so I had to order another one. I'm not happy, because I only bought that last year. They should at least last 2 or 3 years. I wasn't happy with that. So that's my new hose, and I wanted to order 2, to be honest, but they're so high this year. I mean, they're like charging triple from what they normally would charge. It's good to purchase that out of season too, and I wanted to, but I said I have one that I just bought last year. There's no need to order another one, but go figure. You see what happened. Okay, so I have this potting mix. I don't want to move the camera because I got a good shot, but it's a potting mix. It's by Miracle Grow. I showed it to you the other day. Okay, so let's get started. And I wasn't going to film this, but I said, why not? Why it's best to fill while you're feeling good, because days when you don't feel good, you can use this to post. So it's always good to do that. And then I guess I'm gonna try to scoop this one out. I might need a smaller shovel. I'll be right back. You know what? Let me just use a spoon. I'll just use a large spoon. This way I don't have to keep going back and forth. I'm just going to grab that whole thing. I see how it's growing. Yeah, some of them actually sprouted. And we'll just put it in there. And hope it still does good, because it is falling apart like a lot. Okay. I think I see one more sprout. I'm going to grab that. And then I'm going to put a little bit of dirt on the sides. Try not to cover the ones that came up already, because you don't want to cover them up. Then they have to push and work so hard to pop back up. But, okay. So I think a few of them might have got covered. It's not such a big deal. Okay, let's just wish for the best for these guys. Okay, and there it is. Can you see them? They're so little. So that's one. Let's put it back here. Let's do another one. And if you are reusing these, it's called recycle. Make sure you clean them. You rinse them out. Like I sprayed them with some soap. And then let it sit for a few minutes, and then I rinsed it out with hot, hot, hot water. Okay. Where's another one? Okay, here's one. And as I'm lifting, I can see there's some that's underneath, but it's so hard to push through because this stuff is so thick. Do you see it? It's definitely that potting soil. I'm just trying to replant them the best way I can. They'll grow quicker in here because it's just regular potting soil. Okay, that's the second one. And I see a few more. It's good if you have a extra sink. Some houses have like extra sinks in the basement area or the certain wings of the house. I don't have any of that. This house is so little. So I'm just working on my kitchen counter, which is fine. I'll just clean up when I'm done. Okay, let's grab this. And I only see one that came out of here, but it might be some more. I'll grab another one since it's just that one. Where's another one with just one? Here's one. And I mix these up, so I don't know what's what. So, I mean, I'll just eat it, and then I guess when I taste it, I can kind of tell what it is. Because I was supposed to, and then I moved that pine cone because I forgot why I had it there, and I moved it. When I brought this in the house, I was like, why is this pine cone here? And I tossed it in the yard. Then I remembered it was there to show me what direction I had these in. Well, it's too late now. Okay. All right, here's another one. I think we'll do one more. I want to save some for my tomatoes and stuff. You know, I do love basil too, so. And these started growing once I brought them in, so that definitely helped. Here's another one. Okay, and then there's a couple more. I think that's enough. And I'm not going to throw this out because hopefully these will grow up. In fact, I have an idea. I can take out this stuff, add some soil. I have an idea. Because I can find the ones that actually grew. You know, I'm taking it out. Because I need to reuse this, to be honest. I don't see anything in that one. Those all died. Poor things. Some of those seeds may have not been good. Remember, I bought those seeds from a yard sale. So it may have been... Sometimes when seeds are old, they don't grow. It's a word. It's called... they don't... It starts with a P. I can't think of it. Sorry. Okay, I think I found one little one right there. So I'm kind of like a scientist right now, and I'm sifting through. And this is also a tutorial, you know, for people who don't know how to garden. Gardening is so easy once you get started, and I think I see quite a few in here. That's one. Oh, that was it? Yeah, that's it, just that one. Oh, wow, this one has a few in there. Okay. And actually, most likely if you leave these, they'll sprout out of here too, but I don't know. I think I may toss it. I'm not sure. I'll decide. 'Cause I can put it in a pot and sit it outside and see what happens. Okay, I see some more. Here's another one. And see, I need to fast forward this because I know you don't want to watch me pick all this stuff out. I have to learn how to fast forward. I haven't messed with those buttons yet. I keep saying I'm going to take my time and do it one day. And I haven't gotten to it. I see some in there. And the reason why I'm doing this because, you know, this is money well spent. So I paid for these seeds and I don't want to just toss this and then I have to buy more basil plants. So I hope you guys understand why I'm doing this. Now, years ago, and everything had reasonable prices, you wouldn't have to do this because you'd have a stack of seeds right there because they was so reasonably priced. And I actually had wanted to pick up a lot of this stuff early in the season, but I couldn't find any. I could not find any. I checked on a lot of sites. I even checked on a finger hut. Okay, I'm really not seeing any more. seeing anymore. Oh, here's a lot. Wonderful. Okay, I have like 7 more to go. I should have done this sitting down. I know I can't stand it so early in the morning too. Okay, there's a lot in there. We'll keep that one. See, these should have been came up, but this soil is so thick, it's hard for it to push through. So this was not potting soil, and I used it anyway. I should have just waited until I bought some potting soil, but you know, I was already in the video, and I thought that was what was in the bag, so. And then to my avail, it was this ground cover stone stuff. I mean, do you see how thick it is? It's like a mulch almost. Yeah, it's almost like mulch. So remember, when you're planting stuff, you have to have potting soil. It's made for a pot. Plants, it's made for plants that could be potted, I guess. Or just soil. I mean, you can use your dirt in your backyard, but when you have a lot of rocks and stuff in it, it's hard for them to push through. Because these just little guys. You see how little and tiny they are, right? Like, look at that one. It's like a micrometer. It's so tiny. So it's harder for them to pull out, especially if it's still cold at night. Okay, there was nothing in that one. Alright, let's get rid of this soil. I guess I can keep it. I know some more basil will grow out of here, but I think we've pulled out enough. So we'll salvage some. We'll just have to buy a few more. That's okay. I have my trash can right here. Just pour it right in. And I use these big, heavy-duty black bags. I think they're by Glad. And they hold everything. It's not worth buying those cheap ones. You're not saving money because a lot of times you have accidents. And so I'm going to rinse this out real good. You know what? I still have more dirt in here. Those cheap bags, you think you're saving money, but you don't, because you have accidents. At least I used to. When I used to use them, I used to have a lot of accidents with them. Like, you know, as you're taking your trash out, it will fall. I do not want to be doing no extra cleanup. So I buy the Glad bags. They hold everything. And I don't mess with those stretch bags, because they tend to stretch. Sometimes they even rip. A lot of times when you have small children, they don't tie the stuff up properly. And so make sure they have thicker bags, because when you have children taking your trash out, managing the trash, they don't know how to double up and tie properly. No matter how many times you show them, because they're busy doing other things. So, as they're doing it, they don't want to do it, so they don't focus on it. And what happens is it always spills, always. And then they hate the job even more. because they have to deal with that nonsense. So make sure that you make their job as easy as possible. And my children always made sure I had really, really good bags because I did not want stuff spilling. If you make their job easy, they won't be pouting. You know, especially these days with TikTok and everything and all this social media, they don't want to be doing the trash. They want to be on their phones. Which is okay, as long as they're getting straight A's. And my son always got straight A's, so I never monitored his phone or his computer, his games, anything. As long as they have straight A's, I don't care if he was on it at 2 in the morning. As long as he got up for school every day and he had A's in every class, I didn't care what time he went to bed. He could stay on them games all night, as long as he got up in the morning and did what he had to do. And my son was the type, he never wanted to miss school. He'd be sick, and I'd be like, stay home and make you some soup. No, mommy, get dressed. Come on, get the car ready. I'm about to go. I'm almost dressed to go. I'm like, you dressed to go? You need to stay home. He's like, no. When I go to school, if I get sick, I'll call you. I'm like, okay. That's why I don't worry about him in college. Because he never likes to miss school. Never. I know he's going to class every day. Oh no, I got dirt on my shirt. It's so cold in here. I wanted to put on a dress today, but it's so cold. I have on like sweats and a turtleneck. It is chilly, but it's going to be 78 degrees today. I rinsed that out, and now I'm going to spray it with just a little soap. And the reason why I clean these things out when I'm changing out is because a lot of times this soil, especially this mulchy stuff, it holds mold. Even if you buy these from the store with your plants, for some reason mold grows on the inside of these. Don't ask me why. So it's good to rinse them out with soap. You don't want that mold transfer. Okay, so now this is like brand new again, so we'll be able to use that. So today is gonna be that solar eclipse, but by the time you see this video, it'll be like weeks later. I'm sorry that I'm way off track with videotaping, but I'm not strong enough to videotape every day. Where's my shovel? Oh, it's in the bag. I didn't see it anywhere. So is anybody going to did anybody go? I guess I could say that anybody go to the eclipse, because by the time you'll see this video, you would have gone already. So if you went, let me know in the comments and let me know your experience. I used to go, but my health is too poor. Now, you know, it's millions of people going to show up to that function here in Atlanta. There's no way I can go out there. I don't know where I would park. I can't walk long distances, so it just wouldn't work for me. So these are all out of order. The stuff that I've been saving down here. So I'm just going to just put them in, you know. It's not a big deal. If they want to grow, they'll grow. Well, I even found a nut inside. A pecan. And then let's do another one. put all of this that's left in here. Hopefully some will push up. I don't know. I'm doing the best I can. I don't want to sit there and pick them all out. We'll be here all day. Maybe I should have just did those two off camera, but it's okay. They're in there. Okay. So now we're gonna, I guess we'll put tomato in here. And this potting mix says it grows your plants twice as big. It's Miracle-Gro. So you have to pay a little bit more for it, but it sure is worth it. Okay, guess we'll start with the tomatoes. So I have these, I think these are cherry, red cherry tomato. And it says to plant them a 1/4 inch, that's the depth, and 8 to 24 spaces apart. Now that's when you're putting it in the ground. We're just doing this. So we're going to pop a few in and then we'll transport these into the ground. Then we'll follow these directions. Yeah. And tomatoes are pretty much the same. You bury them a 1/4 inch in the ground. They're pretty much the same. They're standard. And if you don't want to buy how do you open this? If you don't want to buy the seeds, you can just plant the seeds out of your regular tomatoes. And let me show you what it looks like. They look just like the seeds that come out your tomatoes, just that they dry them up. And I'm just going to sprinkle a few in. In fact, I may just put the whole pack in here because it's not that many. Yeah. And then I'm going to put it's a 1/4 inch, so I'm going to put maybe even a little bit less because we're not under the ground yet. Just put it right over. I'm just putting very little on top, a very thin layer of dirt on top. You don't want them buried. Remember, these guys are so little, they have to be able to push through. So you have to give them that option. It's just like your baby. You have to help your baby walk and, potty train. Same thing with these. You have to help them. If I was to fill this up with dirt, it would take like 2 months for them to come up. So I put one thin layer on top. Okay, so that's it for the tomatoes. And I will water these. I will water them once I bring them outside. I'm not going to water them in here because as I walk out, they'll drip because they all have holes on the bottom. I don't want that to happen. Okay, so that's the tomato. Oh. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to cut these labels out and attach them to those little sticks that I have that I showed you before. Yeah. You want to keep a label on all your garden stuff. Now you see I messed up my basil. I don't want to mess up again. That's okay. It's not going to kill me. Like I said, once they grow, I can kind of figure out what kind of basil they are by the taste. And to me, basil is basil. Okay. And these are beefsteak tomato. This is a new company I saw, Back to the Roots. It may have been here for a while because remember, I haven't did gardening in years. So, let's see the seeds. They look similar. They're a little bigger. Let's pop a few of those around. I'm not going to use the whole pack on here because this is smaller than that space there. So what I'll do is fill this up. And I'll put the rest in here. thin layer on top. And I'm going to bring all these out because I'm seeing that sun has come out. And on my back porch, it's like a sun bath out there. You could sunbathe. When my sister comes, she loves to sunbathe. She's 1 year older than me. And then I guess we'll put the peppers in here. Excuse me. So if you're going to do that solar eclipse, you got to make sure you have your goggles on. Yeah, that's a must. You could damage your eyesight. You could. I think it could also make you go blind. You have to be real careful. But my thing is, what did they do years ago? Because years ago they didn't have those glasses. So I'm just confused. But I guess, remember back then a lot of people were going blind. So maybe that's why. And I don't have on any gloves, but it's too late. I just realized that. It's all good. I didn't get my bath yet anyway. Well, wait, I had a bath last night though, so I'll just wash my hands real good. I believe I'm going to do all of these because I have 2 packs of peppers. And as you can see, I didn't pack any of this dirt. You want the soil to be loose so those little guys can push through. If you pack it, it makes it harder for them to push through. So keep that in mind. You know, sometimes I'm doing this, I forget that I'm trying to teach you something. And I'm just going about it like if everybody knows how to do a garden. So I do apologize for that. I'm going to try and teach more as I go along. So that's what I'm trying to give you little tips. Okay. All right. So now we're going to the peppers. We got some sweet bell pepper. Looks like they'll be red and green. I hope, at least. That would be nice. And let's see what these look like. Oh, just like the things that's in your pepper. See, they just dried them out. So that's what you would have to do. You have to leave yours out and dry them out. I think I'm going to put maybe 4 seeds in each. Hardly anything in there. Okay, well, I won't buy this anymore because, like, it was cheaper. The other ones were $8. This one was under 4. But I'm sure the other packs had more seeds in it, so I won't get this one again. Because then you're not really saving money, you know? You have to be careful with that. Cheaper is not always what you think it is. Sometimes it's a waste of money when it's less. Even less in that pack, my goodness. Oh, that's the jalapeno pepper. Sorry. So. And you don't want to put too many in because you want to give them the option to have room to grow. And I should have did this side and then that side. I got to look backtrack now, but I'll be able to tell once they grow, so it's not a big deal. I'll just plant all the peppers together, and it'll be the jalapeno or that. And I'm going to use my hand and just sprinkle a little bit of dirt on top. Let me see what it says. It says 1/4 of an inch, which I thought. Yep, they're both 1/4 of an inch. which is a very thin layer. Now, I've never really done this. I've always just planted directly in the ground. I've never done this uh, situation, but um, I can't just dig holes. I don't have a boyfriend this year, so it's just me, myself, and I. And so I can't just go back. Oh, honey, go dig some holes for me, and till the yard for me. Now I did inquire about the tilling. Oh my God, they want an arm and a leg. I'm not paying that. I'd rather just do pots. I'm not paying that. I can't afford it. If I could afford it, I would do it if it was in my budget. Because first you have to rent the tiller, and then they have to transport it. They're charging you like ridiculous. I had that done when I used to do gardening years ago. I used to have it done every year, and it was so affordable. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I think that's enough. Oh, I never put none on top of that one. Yeah. And this was the beef steak. I'm gonna try not to mix these up. That's the beef steak, and this was the cherry tomatoes. Yeah, I don't. At least I can remember that one since I mixed this one up. Okay. And so this is done. This is done. Let me get my hands warm. And so I actually got up because I was supposed to be putting some oil on that squeaky door. I came through last night and I remember I didn't put the oil, but then I realized I needed to do this. So, because this was sitting right here. Yeah, I had been boarded inside. So that's why I decided to do this and I decided to film. So I hope you guys enjoyed this small tutorial and we'll watch this in a couple more days and I'll show. I know they're going to grow out. So let's just pray. Sometimes you can plant stuff and it doesn't grow. So that's a lesson learned. Don't be depressed. It's just sometimes the seeds are bad or the temperature was off or the soil wasn't right or maybe you put too much water or not enough water. So just be careful. Now with these, let me show you what I'm going to water it with. I'll be right back. Sorry about that noise. I'm doing laundry. I'm going to use a small watering can. It's something I had from some long time ago. Because you only want to put a little bit of water. You want to be extremely. You don't want to overflow these, and it's flooding. No, 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 no. You want to put very little water. In fact, I guess I can just show you. And you want to use like cool water. Never use hot water. You don't want to steam these. See, just very little. And I'm thinking it's the ones that are higher because I put a thin layer of soil on top. So you see I'm putting very little water. And then you want to do this like every 2 to 3 days. Or if it looks dry, then go ahead and do it. Okay, I think that was it for that. In the tomato, I just put a little bit. You don't want to really water the whole bucket. Just like right where the seeds are growing in the top. That's it. That's all you need to do. Okay. Okay, so God bless. And if you went and enjoyed that solar eclipse, I'm so happy for you because that's an amazing experience. And what's so fun about it is you're out there with so many people. Like, it's just, I love to engage. That's just amazing. Yeah. Okay. I think I might take that dollhouse apart today. I don't know. It's in my way. I hate things in my way. I like to walk straight, left and right. I hate to go around things. It drives me insane. I don't want to take that dollhouse apart, but I don't have anywhere to put it. I can't put it in my son's room. I don't want to torture him. He comes home and he has to sleep with that dollhouse in his room. No, 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 no. I can't do that to him. And it's definitely not going in my bedroom. So I don't know. I was thinking maybe I could put it on that front porch, but I think everybody would want to come see it. I'd have like an audience. Probably the news would come. So I don't know, but then that might be some nice videotaping. I don't know. But okay, guys, God bless, and I hope you enjoyed. Start your garden. Start your garden. Just one little pot. Yes, yes, yes. One little pot. Tomato, peppers, your choice. I'm going to get a whole lot of more peppers because I love the peppers. And you know, okay, I'm going to tell you what's the easiest things to grow. Peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, string beans, and any type of lettuces, those or like collard greens, those are like the easiest things to grow. Then when you get into corn, watermelon, cantaloupe, squash, those things are a little harder. So I don't know if I'm going to mess with that this year unless I get help. Yeah, unless I get help. Because it's a lot of work. You have to build mounds because like watermelons and cantaloupes and squash, they have to be buried in like a mound of dirt. And you have to dig a hole. So that's a whole lot of work. But corn's not too tough to do. Corn's not too tough to do. You say you have to do a lot so you can get a lot of corn. Yeah. Um, and if you're gonna go ahead and start planting in the ground, go ahead and till your yard the best way you can and dig holes in straight lines. Like you see how these come in rows? You want to make rows and you want to make aisles in between your rows. Because when you go into weed and water and look and inspect, you want to be able to walk in between to get to it. So don't forget that. And I know they have tons of tutorials online. If I ever get to mine, I'll try to videotape some. I just don't know how to videotape it while I'm doing it, but I guess I could use my ring light if it'll stand on the grass. We'll see. What else? And then always, okay, so you do your rows and leave aisles in between. Like every 2 rows or every 3 to 4 rows, leave aisles. And also, space your vegetables that you're planting, like space them like a half inch apart from one another or even an inch apart from one another. Especially your cucumbers and your peppers, they're going to grow in abundance. And you're going to be like, wow, I should have spreaded them out because they're going to be all entangled. And some of them will die because they're too tangled. So remember that. Especially with your cucumbers. You got to space those things out. Those things grow a lot. And remember, don't say, oh my God, my cucumbers died. Because this one suffocated. Uh, they got suffocated by the other plants. Because a lot of when it comes to cucumbers, those plants, they fight one another. They're like a battle. I'm stronger than you. I can push you out the way. I'm stronger than you. I can push you out the way. So that's why you want to have them separated. Yeah. Okay, God bless. I'll see you next time. Enjoy your day.